My name is Maureen and I am 50 years old. I was diagnosed with classic galactosemia in 1972, way back when there was no newborn screening. I was born in a teaching hospital in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The day that my mom was to take me home, it was like the third day. She mentioned to the doctor that she thought I looked really yellow. And then he went into the nursery and he examined me. And when he came back into my mom's room, he said to her, "There's no way you're taking that baby home today." So they put me under the bilirubin lights, and they also ran some tests, and nothing came back. And one of the interns at the hospital remembered hearing about classic galactosemia, and he said, "I think we have a diagnosis." As I got older, I did not experience any kind of speech issues or any kind of tremors or seizures. But as I got into school age, I did experience a lot of learning problems, and I was always in the lowest track that they had. School was such a struggle for me, not just academically, but socially as well. I always felt left out in the sense of people would go out and just to get a pizza, and I wouldn't be able to share in that. And that even still continues today, that feeling of being left out as an adult. There's lots of times when I still feel that way. You know, I could go somewhere to someone's house, they could have a whole buffet out, and there would be nothing that I could have there for me to eat, and everyone else is standing there, enjoying their food. Anxiety and depression are a very big part of having galactosemia, and it seems like the anxiety has gotten a little bit more stronger in my adult years. I might look like I don't have anything wrong with me, but it's almost like galactosemia is this hidden thing. It's almost like there's this glass wall, and I can see everyone around me and I can hear them, but I just can't really participate in everything that's going on. When I was about 18 years old, it was September 1990, I'll never forget the day, I was diagnosed with premature ovarian insufficiency. It was one of the most difficult days of my life, finding out that I was not going to be able to have children, and that I was experiencing all of the symptoms of what a 50-year-old would experience, of going through menopause, hot flashes, mood swings, night sweats, sleepless nights. And that was very difficult for me to deal with, especially at an age of 18 years old. I really wasn't very interested in dating whatsoever because of having premature ovarian insufficiency. I kind of isolated myself, kind of like, who would want to marry me or who would want to be with me? My husband and I met at a church meeting group, and one thing kind of led to another after about 6 months or so. And I finally told him that I was not able to have children, and his response was wonderful. And here we are 21 years later. There are other ways that you can have children other than having a child. You can always adopt. There's also foster care. There are other ways of being a mom. My way of being a mom today is being with my family that I nanny for. I treat those kids as if they were my own. I think it's great that there's so much more now for the galactosemia community from when I was diagnosed with it. I'll never forget, I was 18 years old when I went to my very first galactosemia conference. It was the very first one that they ever had. I was one of the oldest ones there with galactosemia. There were all these little kids just running around, and their parents were just clinging to me because they were looking at me as like, oh my gosh, that could be my kid in 18 years now. I actually missed my senior prom to go to that conference, and I will never regret it. The Galactosemia Foundation has been a great part of my life. It is so exciting for me to go to these conferences because of all of the friends that I have made there. And making friends in my normal life is very difficult for me. But yet when I go to the Galactosemia Foundation conference, everyone there knows the issues that you've been going through all of your life. It's not like you're on an island anymore. It's almost like a family.